Hello everyone, welcome on my channel. Today we gonna talk about making your first domain controller, and and then the further lesson will be um, joining your virtual machine you created earlier and that to the domain. So let's start without wasting any time. Before we start, ignore all the machine on the left hand side over here and just concentrate on this side. So at the moment we have our workstation one, which we created earlier in a previous lesson, and we don't have anything else. Happy? So we have the VMware itself. That was the first lesson, and second lesson was the creating the virtual machine or workstation. Happy? Yes. Okay. So next one is creating your first domain controller. Before we make a virtual machine to a domain controller, so domain controller is a is domain controller is a virtual machine. Okay, virtual machine with more feature and different roles that virtual machine have to play. What does that mean then? That means that we have to create a virtual machine first, and then give all the roles to that virtual machine and the feature, and then when that machine have all the roles and feature, and then we make that machine as a domain controller so that other workstations can join that machine, and we can centrally control the administrations of other machine from a single machine. I hope you guys understand what I mean for that. So first of all, let's create a virtual machine. So exactly same, click on the create new virtual machine, leave as it is, next, and over here go into browser, and what I'm looking over here is Windows Server 2012. To get into, well, I hope that you guys have the ISO file for Windows Server 2012. If you don't, go down to the description and there is a link to download this ISO file. Click on that and it will take you to the website, and you can freely download this ISO from that website. It is open source and it's free to use. So once you click here and you click open and then click next, you don't have a product key, um, and over here you put standard just for the education purposes, and full name is administrator. Password, you put password whatever you like to put. um, Happy, and then click next. As I say, you have it under the product key and you can do it later, so just say yes. After you've done that, you need to provide a name. So in my case, I can put DC1. So this is the DC I have, so I put DC1. Happy. Next, instead of 60, I gonna give 40. Happy, and leave that as default. And after you have that, you see the summary. This is exactly same as you created the virtual machine from for the workstation. Well, for the workstation, you choose window 2010, workstation 2010, but this is you using ISO file for workstation um, 2000, Windows Server 2012. Happy? This is a different ISO image. Happy? But the initial configuration up to that is the same. Right, so you click and finish, and it's gonna take some time to bring everything up and running, doing all the process in the background, like I said before. and it should be it will take some time and come back. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this video here, and I will come back soon is done, just to just to save some time. Okay guys, it's back in and it's asking me to restart the system. It says yes, and now it's gonna restart. Okay, while it's doing restart, I just gonna quickly cross this. When you cross this, it's all gonna disappear, so just quick cross. Just got like a bigger screen. Yeah, happy? Right, back in again. It shouldn't be right. Yeah, we are straight in. So if you do Control Alt and insert from the laptop or PC and enter the password whatever you put it in before. In my case, I put it in. I entered. So I'm in. So this is my virtual machine with Windows Server 2012 installed, but they haven't got any features yet. We haven't put any feature or nothing like that. Okay, so this is just a virtual machine with Windows Server 2012 installed. Happy? Right. Okay. Let's do the next bit. So you done that. So we are here. The next bit we need to do to make this as a domain controller, we got a few things to do, right? So you go into manage, add role and feature, click that, and you are here. Next, role based feature installation. Right, when you click this, so when let's go back. Role based or feature based installation. When you click next, it tells you this. Over here, quick few things to notice. Name of your virtual machine. So we haven't changed the name yet. IP address. We haven't given any IP address yet. So that means this is what they picked up automatically. So what does that mean? That mean is we need to cancel this and go back to change the machine name and IP address and then come back to this. Otherwise, it's just gonna pick automatic IP address randomly. Okay then, cancel this. Go back to your machine, file explorer, PC, property, and you are here. Yeah. So this is not your physical machine. This is your domain controller, um, control panel, system and security, and system. You are here. Happy? And you change setting. In the change setting, you go change, and in change here, you need to change the name. Okay, so you put DC1, right? Happy? And then you say OK. When you press OK, it's gonna ask you to restart the system because every time you change name or you change workgroup to domain, is gonna restart. Happy? So you've done that, and it's gonna restart now. Here we go. So if it's come back from restart, is we gonna go for the IP address setting. Before we go on toward the IP address setting, let's go to your workstation you created earlier. Yeah. Um, get into your workstation. Oh, one sec. Yeah, here we are. So this is your workstation we created in last lesson, right? Why we here? Well, we are here because we need to know few things. When I say few things, that mean we need to know the IP address. Okay, so need the IP address for this machine. Okay, so you go CMD in a search, click OK, and over here say IP config. Happy? You click OK, and the IP address for this is 192.168.1.10. So 1.10 is the IP address for this machine, which is your workstation you created in last lesson. Happy? So if you go back to your domain controller, should be back in now. Control Alt insert and the password you are in. So over here, if you go down here into the search and say uh, network, and so you got network and sharing center. Click OK. Change adapter setting, and over here double click on that and you go to property. Into the property, go to the click on IP version 4. Sorry, yeah, click on IP version 4 and click on property. And over here, instead of automatic, you click on the use the following IP address. Um, click on that, and it's 192.168, and that's 1.1. Happy? Okay, let's talk about this now. So why I put 1.1? Well, in our workstation before we put 1.10, and on this one DC we put 1.1 so that we keep that in the same network. Okay, so if you see here up to 192.168.1 is the same address up to 1, yeah, and on over here is 10, and over here is 1. Happy? Right. If you have confusion about your IP addressing and anything like that, let me know. I will make a quick tutorial, and yeah, I can explain better way. Happy? But just keep it simple for now, just to understand this. And I hope you guys understand. There are millions of videos on the YouTube, but again, I will. If you do need any help, I will make a simplest video to make you understand. Happy? Well, you don't need, in this case, you don't need a default gateway because you're not getting out from your main door. So you're staying within your network. In the DNS, you use domain controller as your DC, domain controller as your DNS. So you can have a external DNS server, but for the education purpose, for the requirement of this lesson, I'm keeping my DNS server within the domain controller. Happy? So first DNS is the domain controller. Happy? So just keep that in. So those are the things you need to change. When you change it, click OK, close, close, and it should be alright. You click cancel, cancel, yeah, cancel again. Happy here. And now if you go back in the search CMD in your DC, you got the command prompt here, IP config, click enter, and you see the IPv4 address, this one, 192.168.1.1. Happy? So you cancel that, we're happy with that, and now click manage, add role and feature, click next, next, and you will see now. Happy? The name is domain controller 1, and the IP, well, the IP address is still same. So what we're going to do, we're going to restart the system and it should pick up. Happy? Let's restart then. Okay, click in here into there and you say restart, continue, and restart, it come up. Happy? So we keeping everything step by step, guys. Don't wanna make too many, don't wanna make too many things at one time, and don't wanna confuse you guys. Just keeping it simple. Happy? Try to doing a bit fast. The reason for that is I don't want to make a too big video, keeping everything simple, nice and smooth. Happy? So wait till this server manager dashboard come up. Soon the server manager dashboard come up in front of you. You click on manage again. Happy? Add role and feature, go back, next, next, here we go. So your domain controller IP address is 192.168.1.1. This is what we put it in, and the Windows Server 2012 R2 standard. Happy? Okay, next. Over here, the only thing we required is, go back before you start anything. Active Directory Domain Service, ADDS. Happy? When you click on there, it will open another window, and you click on the add feature. Happy? Add feature and click next. Let's leave everything as it is. Next, next, and restart the destination server automatically if required. Don't need anything, just click install. Happy? It's gonna take a bit of time, so what I do, I will pause this video and then come back to it when it's done. Happy? I won't click anything else till it's done. Happy? Right, pause. Right guys, we are back in. As you can see it's done, and then you click close. Happy? So that's done. As soon as that's done, there is a warning sign here, notification. Click on that notification. It's a post deployment configuration. Happy? Say promote this server to the domain controller. So click on that. Right, over here there are a few things, guys. Add a domain controller to the existing domain. We don't want that. Add a new domain to the existing forest. We don't want that either. Add a new forest. So this is what option we're looking for. Okay. Um, More clarification on these will be follow up another video I will create about the adding a domain controller to the existing domain or adding a domain to the existing forest. What is a forest? Well, forest is a in forest there can be many domains. Happy? So in one forest it can be many domain, right? But the first domain in the forest is the root domain. It's called a root domain. ROOT, root domain. And within the forest, domain can communicate. Outside the forest, um, the domain still can communicate, but that is called interforest relationship. Happy? We'll talk about that. If you have any question, comment on it, and I'll make a video. Happy? So add a new forest. So root domain name. So you need your root domain name. So I'll push my domain. Happy? Domain. So this is your domain, my domain, your domain. Okay, my domain dot local. Happy? Click next. Why I put dot local? Well, I put dot local because you have to give something. You know what I mean? Like a dot com, dot uk. All the all the website you know in your head, like BBC or you know what I mean, skynews.com or something like that. They all have public facing uh, you know public facing um, root domain. So but internally they have their own things, otherwise the hacker will be quite lucky to hack everything. So bbc.com is the public facing website. The for the internal for the internal people those work in the BBC, for them it could be a dot local, could be a dot news, or could be anything, you know what I mean. So it could be a bbc dot local. So that's the reason we put it in. Anyway, so we are here, functional level, everything, don't need to touch anything. Domain DNS, we say yes because we already put the IP address. We can have external one, we can say no, and then we install the external one. But you know what? For this video, we're doing this, yeah. Password, put the password in. So I'm gonna use the same password what I use as a login. Happy? Here we go. Right. Next. Delegation DNS can be created because the authorized parent unit cannot be found. Wow. Okay. Can be found or does not run window DNS if you are integrating with the existing delegation only. Okay, yeah, no worries. My domain dot local. Happy? Okay, click next. So net BIOS name is like a nickname. What do you want to call your domain, right? So wait till it come up. It's doing some process. So the nickname for my domain dot local is my domain. Dot local is gone. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? bbc.com or bbt.uk or bbt.local. But in the net BIOS name is just BBC. Happy? Why? Okay, click next. As you can change that, you can, you know what I mean, it's up to you if you want to change your nickname to something else. That's entail. This is everything database where you want to store. If you want to store externally, internally, external hard drive, whatever, but you have to keep that connected because of the, it's database folder, log file folder, sys folder. Happy? Click next if you don't need to touch it. This is a review of your selection or summary, whatever you want to call it. Next, pre-request checking. So this is checking everything. If you know, I mean, the information you enter and the information computer wanted from you, if that all making sense. If that all making a sense, it's gonna say, yeah, all pre-request check passed successfully. Click install. Yeah, so you click install. It's gonna take a bit time, so I'm gonna pause the video. Happy? Right then. Right, so here we are. After done the installation, restart itself and it's come to this point over here. So when you do Control Alt Insert, ask you, as you can see, it's changed. It's say my domain slash administrator. It's not administrator anymore. So you put the password in to get into this. Yep, we are back in. If you minimize this, we are in your domain. So check that. Open the File Explorer. Go into this PC. Right click on that. Go into the property. Over here, you will see computer name. Sorry, domain. My domain.local. So here we are. Huge congratulations to those people, those created their domain first time, and created their domain controller, virtual machine, and then add all the roles and feature and make that host to a domain controller. Happy? So this is my today lesson. So next lesson, in the next section, follow up that we will join your workstation we created before, and we join that workstation to this domain, and centrally administrate everything we can. Happy? Right. So here we are. Everything is good to go. So the first of all, you add a new host machine. You use the ISO file Windows Server 2012. You download that from the link below. You you successfully you know make the Windows 2012 computer host virtual machine computer, and then you add few features. Well, sorry, you change the name, you change the IP address, you add Active Directory domain service feature, and then you uh, promote that to the domain controller. And after the restarted, this is where you are. Okay, so just because the video is going too big, I'm gonna make another video to join the host machine to this domain controller. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Keep watching. Please subscribe my channel, like it, comment it. If you need anything, if you don't understand anything, comment it. I'll make a video to simplify my information. Okay, please subscribe and press the bell icon as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Bye.